You are tuning into the Goldilocks Productions presentation of the Angels and Healing Light Show. Sit back, relax, and be open to receive the angelic messages and healing channeled through your host, Laura Romeiro.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Angels and Healing Light Show. This is Laura Romeiro, angel intuitive, reader, and healer, and your host. So happy to have you back with me on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It is a beautiful day here and hopefully where you are too. So I'm here to help bring you beautiful messages from the angels and from the divine realm. And that's my purpose, is to help you reconnect or connect with your angels and make them a part of your life and bring that light not only to you so that you can bring it to others. And I am very, very happy to have a wonderful guest. Oh, my producer just says, you know what, it's February 11th at 11 o'clock. All right, 11:11, my favorite angel number. I'm very happy to have with me a wonderful guest today who is a lady by the name of Christine Williams. And Christine is a lady that lives in Trinidad. She is an intuitive and a healer and has such a beautiful energy herself. She is also the founder of the Greatest You Summit. And the Greatest You Summit is a collection of presenters and people from all over the world that help bring insight and healing and information to you to help you step forward into your greatest life. And it's a beautiful program, and I will actually be her guest on March the 9th, of course, talking about angels. So I hope you can join me for that. But for right now, I'd like you to say hello to Christine Williams and welcome. Good morning, and I'm so pleased to have you here.
Hello, Laura, and your beautiful audience. I'm so happy to be here. I have a little sore throat, so please forgive me for that. I'm really excited to be here. It's my very first interview. The tables have certainly turned on me. So thank you for having me and having this wonderful program that you have, sharing so much light, love, and joy.
Oh, you know, I love to do this. It's just part of my heart, and I love getting the feedback from people when there's a message that they can connect with that makes a difference in their life. And every time that happens, it just reaffirms that, you know, this is something that's needed in everybody's life. And so thank you for helping us continue to do that today.
Yes,
you're an amazing woman yourself. So I would love for you to kind of just give us an idea about what you do and who you are.
Okay, well, I'm from Trinidad. First of all, that's a little different. Most telesummits originate either from United States and Canada, but I'm from Trinidad. I'm the only one I know who's from Trinidad doing this. But before I get into the telesummit, I would like to share with you that our Festival of Carnival is ongoing, which climaxes in 2 weeks with the parade and competition of the bands Monday 24th and 25th. So I'm inviting everyone to try and experience this high vibe and spectacular creativity and great talent, even just once in your life.
Oh, beautiful. I bet it is spectacular in the islands there.
Yes.
And there's so much culture and so much history that's involved in that area of the world. And I'm sure it's expressed with joy and helping ancestors stay connected as well.
Yes.
I have that feeling that there's a lot of happy ancestors.
So correct. You're so very correct.
Oh. And that goes for 2 more weeks, right?
Yes. The carnival itself is the parade of the bands and the competition of the bands. So they work toward that climax, which are the 2 days of Carnival. So there are a lot of competitions and festivities and fetes coming up to the 2 days, and after which there's a big fete on the beach, the most famous beach, or maybe more than one beaches, but they have like beautiful lunches, great cuisine, and music, and big fete on the beach. So they cool down with that, and then we go into Lent. So it's always a party with us, yes.
You know, my husband is from Rio de Janeiro, so I know quite a bit about the Carnival there. And it is really a spectacular event, but a period of joy for most of the country. You know, as most of the country is enjoying it too, but it's a great opportunity for people to just forget about all of their problems and have fun and dance and dance and dance and dance some more. And celebrate.
Yes, it's dancing in the street, just like Rio, you know.
And your country's colors, if I'm not mistaken, they're purple and gold.
No, our flag, our colors are red, black, and white.
Red, okay.
Right?
Red, black, and white. And I think I saw some photographs of your carnival with some beautiful purple and gold costumes. And so it was beautiful.
It's so many bands. So it's a matter of the taste of the designers for the bands, the band organizers. Remember, there are hundreds of bands categorized by small, medium, and large bands. So, and then there are competitions of the kings and the queens of the bands.
Beautiful. Well, I'm going to look for that because it sounds like a wonderful celebration.
It is. It is. Beautiful. It's just to enjoy just once, even just once.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the lady. I'm going to pack a trip to Trinidad and Tobago and enjoy the beautiful spirit of Carnival, the celebration, the joy, the happiness, dancing in the streets, dancing on the islands. For my northern friends, doesn't that sound nice right now too? Dancing on the sand on the beach and just enjoying simple things in life. All right. Well, you know, I'm really looking forward to the summit that you are hosting, Christine, the Greatest You Summit. I've listened to it for quite a few years, and when you invited me to be a guest on it, I got goosebumps. I was so it was so joyful to get that request. You have a lot of wonderful people with wonderful presentations, but can you tell us a little bit about the Telesummit and what inspired you to do such a thing?
Well, I would say in this extraordinary, glorious time of preparation for the second coming of Christ, Telesummits play an important part in bringing together those with the information, wisdom, and gifts to those who need this information. All telesummits aid people to become self-realized and inspired in one's spiritual quest, right? And enjoy vibrant health and optimal well-being. Now, what inspired me was, it was maybe about since 2009, I had become an avid listener to telesummits. Then one of the hosts offered to teach us what he did, which was how to construct and host a telesummit. I certainly was not interested because I was employed at that time with a corporate firm, and which did not involve speaking to the public at all. So I was not at all interested in. Then the following year, he offered again, and this time something literally jumped out and placed the initial payment to enroll in this course. So I got all flustered. What did I do? This was a shock to me because I did not want to be speaking to strangers worldwide. as you can imagine, Laura, that would have been a challenge for me, because for all my life I've been working in the finance department and the information technology department. So later in my telesummit, through my very own telesummit, I discovered that my divine mission, that this is my divine mission, and that's when I surrendered it and settled into it. Laura?
When what you said, I think what you just said is so important for people. When you realize that this is your divine mission, it's not an easy thing to grab a hold of. Right. When you're challenged to do something that is so far outside of your normal realm. And it takes a lot of courage to do things like that. It truly does, and I'm so grateful that you did, because you are able to help so many people around the world with all of the information, the love, the insight, the healing, the energy that you bring to others, and help motivate them and help them get to where they want to go in life, and help them perhaps fulfill their mission in life. So many people are looking for help, trying to drill down on exactly what their mission in life is, or the current mission. I congratulate you for taking that step, that leap of faith.
Yes.
For doing that. It's not easy.
Thank you, Laura. And Laura, if there's anyone who's listening who has discovered their divine mission and is afraid to proceed, step into it, I'm a good example. That go forward, let go of the fear, move forward, move into it, and everything will settle in. You will settle straight into it. It's just that fear of change. That's all it is. Fear is not real. So if anyone is there, because I believe at this time there'll be a lot of people discovering their divine missions. On my very telesummit, I know for sure that many people have discovered their divine mission. Even on the home page down, there's a little clip where a lady discovered hers. I put only one clip because, of course, I can't clutter the home page with many, many clips, but there are many people who have discovered things about themselves, right? Because I allow, it's interactive, and I allow people to speak with those who are gifted, like yourself and your beautiful gift. You're a medium not only to animals, you channel the angels, right? And those who begin channeling the angels, I've seen they start channeling more and more powerful beings, Mother Mary, Jesus, in fact. So one person was discovered that she would be doing more than what Jesus did. Now, these are things we have to look forward to see the miracles, that will be unfolding with people's gifts. It is incredible, the gifts that people have discovered that they can do what they can do. And on this series, there's a crystallogist. She specializes in crystals. There's another gentleman who is EMS and 5G, how to cleanse and protect yourself from those. So people are so gifted, and in this time I believe there are lots and lots of people will discover what they have to do. And the thing about it is, Laura, one's divine mission is not exclusive to spirituality, even though everything is connected. So take, for example, if there's someone who discovered, I have to clean streets. Now, look how beautiful that is. If you walk through a street that is filthy, garbage strewn here and there, you will feel your vibration will definitely drop. But if someone cleans that street, someone has to do it, and he decides he's cleaning the street. That's my vocation. Takes pride and keeps The street's beautiful and clean. When you walk through that street, you feel refreshed and energized, right? So there is no limit in what one's divine mission is. We all need each other.
That's a very beautiful reminder that no matter what we're doing, there's a purpose to it and a reason for it. And like you say, it doesn't have to be spiritual. It can be raising a family. It can be leading a company and helping other people put bread and food on their tables. It can be something as seemingly mundane as cleaning a street, which does change the energy, as you say. Yes. It changes everybody's energy. And so, you know, when you look into, I think it's the way that you look at what you do too, and what you have and what you can offer. So if you look at it from a point of view of that it's just a drudgery, then that is what you will receive. But if you look at it, as you say, from an opportunity to change it for the better, then that is what you are, and you've sent that light, and many times can be healing energy, and you've sent that light out into the world, and constantly do send that light out to the world when you are in that thought process.
Yes, and when we do getting our jobs done, like whatever our mission is, whether it's a mother, as you said, a housewife, whatever it is we do, we should really understand that the master power of God is within, and that's what you're working from. That's the power from which you work. You get your jobs done. If you use that power, it's limitless what you can do.
Oh, amen. Amen to that. You hit the nail on the head. Christine, how do you advise people to work from that power, how to recognize it and how to work from it?
Well, the thing is, we all have this power within us. So the best thing I would suggest to work with that power is to connect with the power. So drop into the heart. If anyone is listening, we can do that now. You know, it's very good to ground, but you can do this when you're commuting, when you're waiting on someone on the side of the street, or waiting to get in line to somewhere. It's just so simple. You don't even have to put your hand on your heart. Just feel the love in your heart. Just drop into the heart. Feel the love. Laura, if you just drop there in your heart, feel the love. Feel how much love you feel. And if we just keep connecting there, our life will be filled with so much love. We can only give love. We cannot give what we don't have. And if we are overflowing with something, that's all we can give.
That's beautiful. That is just beautiful. And I do meditations here from time to time about connecting with our hearts and feeling that love and feeling that energy, and asking my listeners to let it not only fill themselves, but to send that light to others around them. And let it help shine the light for themselves, but for other people as well. And you've just heard Christine talk about the very same thing. I hope that you remember that, everyone.
Yes, that love.
You know, and when we talk about love, too, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. That's the International Day of Love, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's just a great reminder to let others know how much you care about them, making sure that you're caring for yourself and loving yourself, and connecting with the divine love that is within every single human on earth.
You know, Laura, I'm sorry if I cut you, but Laura, I wanted to remind those who are listening and everyone who may listen to the replay that there is something we can do to help the planet, because we're all here to contribute in transforming the planet to the Christ consciousness, right? That Christ consciousness is already inside us, right? So we're trying to become that Christ consciousness, that union of the divine masculine and which is cosmic Christ, the divine feminine, which is cosmic divine goddess Mother Mary. That divine union is what we're working towards. So what I would like to remind people are little things that they can do to keep on the momentum going. And you find, even if you don't practice, if you start, you find today you start with a little, tomorrow you add something, or 2 weeks later you add something to it, and you just keep on growing. So we can do things like grounding, meditating, and expanding one's energy, to keep that vibration high. And of course, we just mentioned that's best done through the feeling the unconditional love in the heart and around you, right? So this vibration that we carry help others with their vibration and the planet as well. So I just wanted to share that.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. It's absolutely beautiful. And as you speak, I can feel this energy. It's almost like a meditation in and of itself when you're speaking. But I can feel that energy and feel the energy of love and higher vibration and peace when you talk, Christine. You know, your voice has such a beautiful energy. I can't imagine being in the same room with you must be, sitting next to you must be a very high vibrational experience, because just listening to your voice, I think, brings us up in the light.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you for all the beautiful things you've said about me. And I wanted to mention I had hooked on to your radio show a couple of weeks ago, and there was this, the angels, Archangel Samuel, through you did this blessing, sending love to the compound, where he had mentioned sending it where you live and the world. And this, where I live, definitely needed that. And I wanted to tell you, I implemented that in my morning routines, my meditation routines, and it has definitely helped. It has definitely helped. So thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for telling me that. Mm-hmm. Archangel Samuel, everyone, is the angel of love. Mm-hmm. Remember, he is the angel of love.
And when I'm doing it, Laura, I just call on him. I said, Archangel Samuel, and I did not know who the angel of love was until your show. So, see how wonderful your show is?
Thank you. That makes me happy.
Yes. You see?
Do you teach where you live?
Teach? No.
Mm-hmm. Do you teach about your gifts, about gifts of the divine?
No. No, I don't.
Well, I know you reach an awful lot of people worldwide with your summit. You do, you are a bringer of light, so thank you for all that you do.
Well, actually, Laura, I don't speak very much on my telesummit. I'm speaking so much on this radio call. Is where I'm speaking the most.
Well, you make it happen. You bring people together that need to be together. Just like my producer, Tiffany, you two are two peas in a pod in the way that you bring together people that want to help others, and they bring, and she helps bring the listeners in as you do, the people that benefit from the messages and from the insight. So you do both have wonderful jobs, like calling, however you wish to call it, but it's bringing people together like that and helping is in and of itself a mission. So I thank you both for doing that.
Well, you're welcome, and your work is just beautiful, like I said, in so many ways. Your radio show is the same thing we do as well. You're doing the same thing, but that Tiffany and I are doing, but you're same thing, really. Laura, there is something I would like to add, that if we bear in mind that everyone is part of great Creator, along with being aware of what we say, think, and do, and be gentle with ourselves when we falter. Forgive and bless. Like, for example, if someone hurts you, you should first forgive yourself for allowing someone to hurt you. Forgive the person. Bless the situation and let it go. Right?
With love. Yeah.
Love.
Beautifully said.
I think once we forgive, love steps in. Don't you?
Forgiving isn't always easy.
I know.
It takes, I think sometimes you're facing your own feelings to forgive. And what you just said is important. When you forgive, then love sets in. And that's also part of the healing, is when you forgive, then you allow the healing to begin.
That's right.
And that healing is also that energy of love.
Right. And remember, everyone comes into your life for a reason. And these perhaps were agreements you had with this person that hurt you like that. I learned this lesson from my marriage. When I questioned why, I was told, how do you know? But you agreed to why he did what he did. Do you see? So we chose to learn the lesson through that pain. So if we forgive ourselves first, because we allowed it to happen, and you forgive the person, what's there to hold? What anger, what animosity is there to hold on to?
And Archangel Raphael is really the angel or your guardian angel are two wonderful angels to call upon for help in these sorts of situations where forgiveness of yourself and others are involved. Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing. So he heals physically, emotionally, mentally. He heals relationships. He heals events. So never hesitate to call on Archangel Raphael, who has a beautiful energy of emerald green. And if you have a situation that needs healing, if you can just imagine it enveloped in a beautiful emerald green light and ask Archangel Raphael to bless and heal it, then you've just begun the process. And know that when you hand it over to the angels or hand it over to God, the work has begun. And that load is lightened from your shoulders. So don't feel like you have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to come up with all of the answers when you ask for help from the divine. And once you do that, the healing begins. And part of the healing process sometimes is a little painful because we have to look. We have to look back. We have to look within. And we have to see things or experience things so that we can learn from them. But not understand that once you have angels involved in healing and is in progress, it's not as painful as you might have been afraid that it would be. It just offers insight so that you can move forward more easily and have that lesson learned, so to speak, that healing begun, and you can free yourself from that. So always reach out to your angels, your guardian angel. You can't go wrong asking your guardian angel for help. If you can't remember what angel to ask for help, just ask your guardian angel. They're all there to help.
And that was so beautiful, Laura. That was just so beautiful. Because when you speak, I learn. So thank you.
Good. That's what I'm hoping to accomplish, is that everyone, there's something that is said during each show that someone resonates with so that they can make that a part of their life. And perhaps not for them, but for someone else. Perhaps you know someone that could benefit from words that you hear in one of these shows, an angel's name or an idea or an inspiration, a theory, a thought, an intention. So this show is for you. This show is all for you, ladies and gentlemen, to help bring you light and healing. So whatever touches your heart, please hold on to that and know that at some point in the future you may use it to help someone else, just like an angel.
Yes.
Oh, Christine. So, Christine, how do people get onto the summit? Can you tell us about that?
Okay, so they just have to go to my homepage, which is greatestyoursummit.com greatestyoursummit.com. I'm so used to say greatestyoursummit.com / whatever is a special offer. So sorry about that. You just go straight to the homepage, and there are two option boxes, so you can't miss them. You just enter your email address, and submit. Say, yes, thank you, I'm in. Click on that, and you get in, and you will receive gifts, free gifts. We have a package we call it bonuses for joining. Wonderful gifts, really nice. So, and then you receive newsletters on Mondays, Tuesdays, and then Wednesday, and then Friday. Well, every day you receive a newsletter with the information of who's next and how to listen in. Because each speaker has their own ID, own code. It's very much like this. You can listen on via web as well, without having to dial in, and it's interactive, just like here. You unmute people and allow them to speak. They can ask my guests any questions they like, and that's how people discovered what they would do and what not, or got healed, because some people have received healing on my event, plus discovered their divine mission, their gifts. The information shared on telesummits is vitally important for everyone, so they become enlightened and uncover the truth and learn practices that raise their vibration by spiritual discipline. Right? So it's just a wonderful thing. And Laura, the fun part of it is that it's free to join. Like I said, the telesummits are interactive, right? So they can dial in by phone, and they will be muted, and if they raise their hands, we will unmute them by putting down their hands. They will see and know and be able to speak. And then there's submit questions through a chat box or comments if you just want to make a comment and don't have a question. And there are lots of freebies. You know, if you resonate with the speaker, the guest speaker, there's an opportunity to work with that speaker, either through her programs or a session with her or both, right, at a discounted price. That's the only time you have to pay something, and it is discounted. And like I said, many have discovered their divine mission. And there are many I know who have been healed on the live calls on my telesummit. So possibilities are endless. Miracles may even happen. Who knows?
They are wonderful. Your presentations, your speakers are wonderful. I've listened to many of them, and you're right. They do offer a healing. I've been healed on listening to some of the speakers. I've had healings happen, and the insight is profound. Mm-hmm. And everyone is a little different. Your speakers are all a little different. So there are endless possibilities, endless opportunities for growth. Mm-hmm. So I hope, ladies and gentlemen, that you will check this out. When does your next series begin, Christine?
This series begins on next week, Monday, the 17th. We go live 8 p.m. Eastern, usually, but when the guest speakers are from England or South Africa or New Zealand or Germany, in order to accommodate them, we move the time earlier, to an earlier time. So they won't have to stay up 2 o'clock in the morning just to be on our show, you know. So just for those in Europe, we bring the time forward earlier rather than the 8 o'clock, like 4 p.m. Eastern. All right.
And they last about an hour to an hour and a half?
Yes. Well, the thing is, my telesummit is so very interactive that a lot of people call in, and we try to accommodate everyone. Okay. So it's up to the speaker. I will make the sacrifice and go on, even though I might be tired sometimes. But I think 2 hours and a half should be the max. But some people go on. So many questions, and they're willing to go on and take all the questions, which is good at the same time. But then almost every speaker is intuitive as well. So if you don't get your question answered with one speaker, you can get your answer through another speaker, because they're all gifted as such and may be able to help you. Now, this crystallogist, this speaker, guest speaker who's a crystallogist, those who are interested in crystals, for example, will be very much interested in how to, when to, or what to do, you know, with crystals, because she has created programs with crystal arrays. So that I really look forward to that, because it's the first, in my 7 years doing this is the first time I've met someone with such advanced knowledge of the crystals. So, right, it's really interesting,
fascinating. Oh, they're fascinating. And I've done some meditations, been in a guided meditation with a crystal expert where she actually takes you way, way, way down inside the earth, and you meet crystals, and it's amazing. You think, well, it's just a little stone, but it's really not. They have an amazing amount of insight and energy and healing, and boy, I have my own collection, of course, my favorite being my selenite ones, and some heart-shaped crystals, but golly, they're really incredible. The energy and the love that they can carry actually is really wonderful to learn about them and all of their uses. So there's a lot to crystals. There certainly is. And people that work with crystals have such a strong love for them and for the earth. It's wonderful to experience that insight.
Yes.
Yes. So that starts, you said, the 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And they can go to the greatestyousummit.com and just put in their name and email, and they will receive the information to dial in for the show. Yes. Where they can call in and listen in, and if they have a question, they can ask that of the speaker and engage in conversation, but also to work with that speaker if they so choose.
Yes, and if they are on the live call, like I said, they could either raise their hand to speak with the speaker, to speak with the guest, or submit a question and comments, and they will get their answers. So, if you're shy and you don't want to be on the phone, you can submit it through the chat box.
Okay. I know some people do get shy about that. Well, I think it's wonderful, and I'm so much looking forward to being part of that and helping people. I hope I help them heal and find whatever it is that they need to find at that moment. So I'm really grateful for you having me as a guest. And what, Christine, would you say is the most important thing anyone can do in order to help their own transformation?
Well, I think really it's just to keep their vibration high through spiritual discipline. And I think it is very important to ground, because when you ground yourself, remember the light that we carry. There are some those who are not like spiritual healers, or so, like the Christologist or like yourself. There are those who are like the housewife or the man, the conductor on the bus. He's carrying light, and his light helps the planet. So in order for his light to help the planet, he has to be grounded. Otherwise, that light, it stays above, hovering over the head. So grounding is so very important.
It is important to help bring that light down and to help us stay focused, but also to help protect us.
Yes,
well.
And we should. That's what I do as well. I protect myself. I never used to do it before, but I've started doing it. I'm seeing the big difference in my life. Protecting yourself is so very important. You protect yourself from any other's thoughts, especially if they are negative ones. You protect yourself and you feel a difference. You're more yourself to work through the day.
And helps you discharge other energies that you might pick up through the day.
Right.
And also helps you run your own energy as you get that energy from Mother Earth that helps you come through your feet, up through your body, and helps you run your energy and makes you more vibrant. There's so many benefits to grounding that there's no end of benefits for being grounded, staying grounded, and doing simple grounding exercises. And I think next week I'm going to work on that. On my show, we're going to do some really nice grounding exercises.
Very good. Very nice of you, Laura. Laura, before I do my meditation, what I do is ground myself first, and I would just like to share this with you, just in case anybody might like it and want to use it as well. I imagine a golden cord growing down from my earth chakra that is below the feet. So I keep my feet planted firmly on the floor, and below, about 6 inches or foot below, I just picture it below, this golden cord with a star at the end, growing, and forming a grasping, hugging a big crystal in the center of the earth. And then I feel the energy of love from Mother Gaia. Well, I thank her and I bless her for all that she's given us. And I do a little ho'oponopono with her as well, because we abuse her land. With our bottles and plastics and everything else. So I do that, and then I feel a light coming back up through my feet, legs, and feel it. And when that light reaches your chest area, your heart automatically expands, and feel the love, and it just goes up to the star, the soul chakra, well, just above the head. And that helps me.
That was nice. That was a nice visualization. Thank you for sharing that. So it allows you to receive light from the divine, allows you to receive light from Mother Earth, and allows that energy to run through your body, create vibrancy and healing. How often do you do that kind of grounding, Christine?
Oh, every morning. Well, my routine is I have to wake up before I do anything. Before I can do anything, I have to have my coffee. So I make my coffee and I go and start my gratitude with Jesus. I say the Our Father prayer. I say a prayer. This prayer is, bless my thoughts, my words, my deeds, make them sacred and pure. Let me not inflict pain on anyone. Let no one inflict pain on me. Guide me this day and always. Amen. So after the Our Father, I say that, and then I start prattling off to Jesus. Thank you for everything that I could think of, all the teeth in my mouth, that they're strong, healthy, clean, and deeply rooted, strongly rooted. I thank him for being able to care for myself, my self-reliance, independence, the fact that I could take care of myself. No one has to bathe me, shower me, or anything. You know, the savings I've got in the bank, that my telesummit is blessed, and I just go on, rattle on to Lord Jesus over and over. And when that coffee is done, I first ground myself. Then I do cleansing with violet flame. I use the violet flame to cleanse all my everything from past, present, future, all dimensions. And that's really what I do. And then when I call in the golden light of Jesus, the golden platinum light, I send my energy out to the entire world, expand your energy. And I bring it back in, and that's when I come back in, I call on Archangel Michael and bless, send love around. And I come back and cover myself with the golden light of golden platinum light, and then I seal that off with the violet flame.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's incredible. That's a lot of energy work that you do.
Yeah, well, I also bless the water. Every time I shower, well, which is twice a day. Some people shower more than that, but I just shower twice a day. So just when I'm locking off the shower, I bless all the waters, because the crime in this country, it is high, it is way too high, and I believe the more you focus on something, the more you're going to get of it. So I'm trying on my own, just trying to bless the waters inland and surrounding the twin islands of Trinidad and Tobago. Bless it by relieving it and releasing all the negative historical memories and filling and replacing that water with Christ consciousness, the light of God that never fails. You know?
Mm.
So
you
life,
are such a light.
You know, Laura, God is inside us, experiencing everything we experience. So we say we love God and we ask for things, but how do we give back to God? And He's everywhere. He's in the victim and the perpetrator. You know?
Yes. And gratitude is so important.
Yes.
To give back and to use your gifts to help others, I think, is one of the ways to give back.
Yes. Yes, like what you're doing, you giving, you're sharing what you know, you're sharing what you will learn. You know, because when you give, you're giving to yourself. Anytime you do anything, good, bad, or indifferent, we are the first recipient of that action, thought, or word. Because if someone is having a little beef with you, as they say, a little, you know, riff, and you send an antagonistic thought even, or word to that person, guess what? It's going to eclipse there and come back to you. I think that was explained by Lord Metatron. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's not worth it. God already sees and knows things. Sorry?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I said God already sees and knows all things, right? And we can only be accountable for what we do, not what another person does. If someone does something wrong, why are you joining in to become part of it? Allow the person to be.
Very profound wisdom.
Yes.
We talk a lot about intentions and thoughts on this show. Mm-hmm. So a reminder to focus on what it is that you want and the intentions. Your thoughts have power. Your thoughts have energy. So remember to focus on what you want to come back to you. And remember that your words can heal. Your thoughts can heal. They can resolve problems. So staying focused on the things that bring the highest and best for everyone is very powerful indeed. Mm-hmm. Very powerful indeed. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Laura. And Laura, you are so wise and wonderful. And I love your show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being my guest today.
You're welcome.
Really beautiful messages. You have so many beautiful messages and energy. So I really appreciate your time and joining today.
Thank you, Laura. And thank you,
so
dear
remember,
listeners.
Everyone, this is Christine Williams here, my guest today, founder of the Greatest You Summit, which begins on February 17th at 8 p.m. And you can get there by going to her website, greatestyousummit.com. And down at the bottom right-hand corner of the homepage, there's a little place for you to put in your name and your email. And she will send you links to each show, plus all of the goodies and newsletters and insights. And I will be her guest on March the 9th. At 8 p.m., of course, talking about angels and how many other beautiful things that come in through the light. And remember that as you listen to her guests, you can call in, you can send a message to her on the, if you're watching, you can text message, you can call in and ask a question of the speaker. And as she said, many people find just the information they're looking for, whether it's a healing, an insight, a life purpose, the answer to a question. But there's something for everyone in each and every show, so please check them out. And I will have her link on my website as well here by the end of the day, so you can always reach out to me by email or to Christine if you can't remember all this. And take the time to listen to this again. She's got beautiful insights, and her exercises and the information that she has brought today from the divine is good information for all of us, good reminders, good insights, and just really a blessing. I think that what Christine has just given to each and every one of us is a blessing from above. All of her insights and information and reminders. So thank you for all of those blessings, Christine.
Oh, you're welcome, Laura. And Laura, thank you for your beautiful show, and Tiffany for having this platform. And I promise I too will listen in, because I find myself gaining a lot of value and information. So thank you for your wisdom.
Thank you very much. You're very special.
Thank you. You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm really excited to tell you that next Tuesday I'm going to be live streaming the show. I'm going to give that a try. So you'll be able to watch. You won't be able to call in, but you'll be able to watch, and you'll be able to ask questions by texting Tiffany, the producer. So just like now, you'll be able to ask questions, but just doing it online, and I'll put out the information for that. But it'll be nice to catch up with you that way, and let me know what you think about that after we complete that. The following Tuesday, you can chat. As viewers, you can chat during the live show. So I've done a couple of these live streaming shows with other presenters, and they're really a lot of fun, actually. So people can chat during the show. So it's more like everyone is kind of sitting around being interactive and sitting around in a circle talking. It's nice. So I hope you will take a look and check it out next Tuesday for my show live streaming, and I'll send you the link. The following Tuesday, Kimberly Maroney is going to be my guest. You know Kimberly. She's an angel lady and a lady full of love and heart and light and wisdom, and she always has beautiful messages as well. So that wonderfulness is coming up. Also, I hope that you got to check out our live show yesterday, The Spiritual View, for our patrons of Patreon. That was a lot of fun. I was with Tiffany White Sagewoman, with Reverend Brian Rawls, with the wonderful Carol Ann Carey, and we had a wonderful time talking for an hour about all kinds of things dealing with love, but we had a lot of laughter as well. So got a lot of positive comments, and that's going to be happening every Monday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. There will be the other hosts of Goldilocks Productions, many that you're familiar with. So go to the Goldilocks Productions website and check it out. And you can become a member for as little as $3 a month. And that gives you access to all kinds of messages, insights, shows, so many wonderful things. It's exclusive for guests and for members of Patreon. So check it out. And I will see you next Tuesday, literally. Yeah, there are a lot of perks for the VIP members, so check that out on patreon.com or Goldilocks Productions. Just go to Goldilocks. And I'll see you. Well, you'll see me next Tuesday. I won't see you, but you'll see me next Tuesday. Please take a look at my email message of this week, the angel message of the week. It's about love. It's a beautiful message that I got this morning from God and the angels. I hope you'll take a moment to look it over. It's also got information on how to get in touch with Christine from the Greatest You Summit. But, you know, if you don't get my email, then you can sign up by going to my website angelsandhealinglight.com. Check it out. I've got a favorites page on there, so you can look at some of the music or the books or some of my other favorite readers. You can schedule an appointment for your own reading or healing session. You can look there to see what's new, what's coming up, and you will then be able to receive the weekly email messages that I send out, which are angel messages every week. Also, you can just reach me directly at laura@angelsandhealinglight.com. All right, thank you again to Christine Williams. What a beautiful lady, isn't she? I hope you enjoyed that, all of the information and grace that she brought to us today and the blessings. So thank you again, Christine. You're really a wonderful person. Thank you, Tiffany White Sagewoman, my wonderful producer, for being there, as always, and being such an integral part of helping us all move forward in the light. And I would like everyone to just say, hi, Mom, because my mom's listening, so everybody wave to my mom, Renee. Good morning, Mom. All right, everybody, many blessings. Happy Valentine's Day. Remember, love is everywhere. It's with each and every one of us. And most importantly, you are loved unconditionally by God and the angels. So much love to each and every one of you. I'll see you next week. Bye now.
Become a Goldilocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldilocks Productions VIP community today.